All right, welcome back everybody, R44 Performance. As you see behind us, it's not just any M3, it's a G81 M3. We are in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. A little bit of a throwback. We sent this car to America 2 months ago in the hopes to start one of the biggest builds that we've ever been involved with. But we had a slight little delay. We had to attend Festival of Speed over in the UK, which was purely amazing with Grail Automotive. So if you checked out our socials, you would have seen that. But let's show you what this car is. As you see, the car is just beautiful. It's a Brooklyn grey car with a really clean interior spec, black on black leathers, exactly same as our car, our Mexico blue G80 M3 in the UK. But this car is fully stocked, non-carbon pack, looking a bit sad for itself. So we're gonna do a crazy build. We're building a car for SEMA this year, 2023 in America. We'll be attending all the big car shows, so Impact, Invasion, and many more across the States. We're starting the build here in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, US, and then we're moving over to Chicago, then we'll go to New York, go over to LA, over to Vegas, and many, many more places. But let's talk through the build. We're not gonna show you everything, we're gonna talk through a little bit. It's all starting with a bit of vinyl. So we've flown over Jake. You might have seen him before if you're fond of our YouTube channel. He's wrapped all of my cars. So all my key cars, he's always wrapped them, even to the start before I started R44. So it's important that we brought him over. We also got Dylan behind the camera, and we're staying out here in the US for some time. But let's walk through. We've got a Inozetek vinyl. We've got some sneaky airlift. So this car is being dropped on airlift, ride system, and I think we'll confirm on the kind of tank setup later on down this video. But airlift, the main reason for that way we have two looks. We've got slam look, we've got the perfect coilover look, and then we've got the trailer look. So we will be trailering it from the likes of New York over to LA, so we need to be able to bring it up. We'll also be teaming up the likes of MHC on the full carbon kit throughout the car and some other bits interior, but loads more. Let's have a look on what's inside the box. So it was a hard decision on the color. I didn't want something too leery. It's a respected car. It's something you don't get here in the US. So the M3 Touring unfortunately didn't make it to the US, so we thought we'd bring ours. Beautiful. So we've gone for a khaki green. One of the colors I've always wanted to do. This color started popping off about 2 years ago in the UK. It became very popular. So we then pulled off from some of our builds from it, but it's finally time to use it. Jake's obviously fond of his Inozetek. He's getting all his tools ready. So we're over at Slammered US here in Fort Lauderdale. They'll be taking care of all of the mechanical work on this car. We'll be taking care of the stripping, the wrapping, and helping out on the airlift build. So you can see here, they've got some crazy builds from the hot rod kind of things, full X5M, absolutely crazy build. Full forged engine over there, pure turbos, huge build, but lots going on. Let's get straight into it. We're gonna start stripping this car, laying down the vinyl, get it cleaned up, then we'll get it up in the air, start building up the air ride, and then show you what else is involved. We are into day 2. So it is about 9 a.m., maybe 8 a.m., I'm not too sure. Lost my watch, but it is so hot. We've got no fans on, the shutter's down. As you can see, it's a working workshop, so dust is high. We're trying to minimize it. You got Jake here laying up the masking tape. Look at him. Look at the muscles on that one. But yeah, it is hot. It's crazy hot. We're gonna now do the full side of the car in one go, and we're doing the shut and return on this car. So we're going for the full detail. It has to be done. We've got to do everything to the absolute perfect. That's why Jake's here. But yeah, I'm absolutely dripping. I'm on the strip down, Jake's on the wrapping, and it's just a big team effort. But let's have a look. There is the door behind there, but we won't show you that. The color is just sensational. It's gonna look so good. I can't wait to show you this, and just like the phone calls that we're having in the evening about the build and how it's progressing is crazy. But anyways, yeah, you can see now we're just masking everything up, getting any like high tack areas masked up, so we're just focusing on the panels that we're wrapping. The workshop's literally frozen now. We're keeping dust down. We're gonna lube up the floor so literally no dust can get on the panels and contaminate it. But yeah, let's see how it goes. Every day 3 of the build at Slammered US. You just see my reaction. Cars just dropped off the wheels. I wasn't waiting. I was trying my hardest not to see them until now, but they just look crazy. So S21 O2s wrapped in 4Ss are going on the bags, touring. But yeah, we missed quite a bit today. We've been over at PSI in Orlando, working on their M2. We're now back. It's about 5 p.m. here. Let's head inside and let's see what the guys have been up. So we are now in the lovely front sales office. Temperatures are so high outside, it's important that we keep them down. For the wrap, the vinyl is advised that, yeah, the vinyl doesn't go past a certain Fahrenheit. So we've got it in a nice regulated room and controlling the dust. Jake's working on the bumper, probably, what do you say, hardest part of the car? Yeah. Definitely, yeah. So the hardest part of the car, he started this about an hour ago when we arrived, so we all gave him a hand laying down the first piece, and now he's going in, trimming it in. This color just looks crazy. It's just super hard to work with the material in this temperature, dusty environments, but Jake's doing his thing. But it's happening, everybody. Welcome back to day 4 of the G81 build here in Slammered, US. It's MHC time. So, but Jake over there wrapping up, finishing up the front bumper and starting on the rear bumper this morning. And then we've got all the MHC stuff to go on front bumper straight away. So, as you can see here, we've got from front grills, from darks to badges to slam panels to diffusers, side skirts, rear trims. There's a lot of parts here. We're going to open up a couple bits, show you some bits, and then we have forgotten a front lip. Unfortunately, I did the invoice for this one and yeah, screwed it up. But our friend Alan from New York is in town in Miami. He's probably one of the first customers to buy our front lip probably 2 years ago. So we're going to steal that one. It's maybe a little bit worse for wear. He's been using it for 2 years, but we'll put it on the car for this weekend, and then we've got a new one coming down from New York. Due maybe Tuesday next week. But yeah, let's see what, I'm going to open up the slam panel, show you what it looks like. We've got something special on it. So we're just opening it up now. As you can see, it's quite cool. Wow. So what we've got is a gloss carbon fiber MHC slam panel with pretty much most of our employees signed on there. There's quite a few missing that will be signing it along the way as they visit the car. But yeah, pretty cool. We're actually going to wrap this after we get a few more signatures. Not wrap it, we're going to paint it satin. Satin paint pretty much to match the engine. So all the engine carbon fiber on this car is going to go satin finish, which is going to be really clean, and all gloss carbon on the outside. But yeah, that's pretty baller. As you can see, we're wearing a bit of funky shirts. So me and Jake got in the Friday feelings. We already smashed a beer at about 7 a.m. this morning. And yeah, we're following it on. We've got a big day. We've got a lot to do. Trying to get the car to pretty much 90% today, so we can just wrap up anything we have tomorrow morning. And then we're at Cars and Coffee in Miami Sunday morning for the release. What's happening? End of day 4, but this is like T-minus maybe 6 hours until the finish wrap up of the touring build. As you can see, the color looks crazy. We've got 2 doors on, no door handles, no bumper. The bumper's finished, just needs to go on. We've got the boot build being wrapped up behind us. Look at the boys. Diego, he's all about the camera. But yeah, we've got the flow tanks being put together. We've got the compressors going on. Quite a cool build actually, black compressors, flow tanks, We've obviously got some English flavor as well, so we're throwing on the 2-piece disc from EBC. But yeah, the details on this build, that Vossen lug nuts, matched in the crazy Vossen wheels over there. But yeah, it's crazy. T-minus 6 hours. We're wrapping it up probably like 6, 7 o'clock now here Friday evening. We've got Monday morning, but yeah, I mean, Saturday morning. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna wrench this. I'm gonna crack a beer open actually while it's here. And yeah, we'll see you at the end of the game. What time already? The beers are finished and so is the car. Have a look at the G81 M3 Touring by R44 and many, many others. So, if you don't know already, the G81 M3 Touring is not available in the United States. So me, Dylan, and the great team at R44 thought, you know what we're gonna do with ours? We're not gonna touch it. We're gonna put it in a shipping container, similar to the ones around us, and send it to the United States. It landed about a month and a half ago. We were super busy with loads of great stuff in the UK. Now it's time to showcase what we can do to an M3 Touring. But as you can see behind me is the aesthetic looks have been completed. It is just unreal. The specification that we've done on this so far is crazy. So a big shout out to Slammered in the United States, in Fort Lauderdale, in Florida. They've just been amazing. So I'm gonna run you through the mods from forward to back and what we've done. So as you've seen across the video, we've obviously been wrapping it. So it's Khaki Green by Inozetek, one of my favorite colors, a color that I've been trying to do for years, but it's been popular in the UK, it's settled down now, and this has finally been the car to showcase it on. So Khaki Green, obviously we've spec'd it with laser lights, non-carbon pack. So we then teamed up with MHC, got the GT style front grille, twin fin ducts, the front splitter. This front splitter has a bit of history to it. This is actually the 28th SP1 splitter out of the MHC factory in England that went to a customer called M4 The Street in New York. Well, it was my mistake. I didn't order the splitter from R44 actually, so I messed up there. Then, funny enough, Alan from M4 The Street, he was in town, so he gave me his front splitter. It's a little bit worse for wear, it's very used, it's done about 40,000 miles, I believe. But yeah, so the SP1 front lip, twin fin ducts, GT style front grills, some R44 DRLs, and then when we come to it, look at the fitment. So we're dropped on air ride or air lift performance, management system, flow tanks, and air lift compressors, all fitted by Slammered. It looks crazy. Wrapped in PS4S's and Vossen wheels. Specs all down below. The finish is just amazing. And obviously, if you look closely, we've also got EBC brakes, front and rear. Of course, shouting out to the UK team there. Coming down the side, we've got MHC side fender badges, full carbon, SK1s down the side. The Touring, you guys don't get it here in the States. Coming around the rear, can we just take a look at that fitment? So I've got this ride height. We can actually bring it down lower, which we'll show you, but this is kind of like rolling low ride height for kind of rollers. Coming around to the rear, we've obviously got the R44 plate, which looks great. So we can actually drive this. Many people think, how can you drive these cars? We are fully legal insured to drive this, and we will be driving it for the next 6 months, all the way across the United States. But coming up, we've got the new DF1 from MHC, MHC rear bumper trims and SS1s. We've also body colored everything. But I want to share a big shout out to the guys at Vossen. They've helped massively here in Miami, bring everything together, and base wraps Jake, who we flew out from the UK to wrap this car, and the guys over at Slammered, Miami, Fort Lauderdale, they've been great. Diego, Danny, everybody there has been amazing. Looks crazy. So yeah, big sponsors. We've got obviously MHC, R44, CSF cooling. That's going to be in the next part of this build, where we really take care of the engine bay and the performance of this car and match it to our build, our Mexico Blue car in the United States, or the United Kingdom, sorry. But yeah, inside, should we slam it quickly, Dylan? Let's get on it. Add some vibes. So ready? So this is the rolling ride height. So I can roll down the road at this ride height if I wanted to get the the bangers. We're now going to drop this down now. So that's fitting. Well, I almost crushed my foot. But yeah, that's the fitted. That's like static. It's not crazy my vibe. I like it a little bit higher. So I like to run it about there. And then the ride height, when I'm driving, I sit it around there. And if I want to go over speed humps, I can go up a little bit more. And then if I'm putting it on a trailer, to drive across from New York to my LA, we can go even higher, but I don't know how to finish that. But anyways, guys, girls, I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for all the viewers, all the support, all the orders, and everything in between. I hope you enjoy the content. Make sure you check out R44's Instagram, MHC's, Vossen, CSF, Venturi, and Inozetek, and many, many others, all listed down below. And Lift Performance, you've been great. Look at it. All right, a little sneak preview we did not show you previously, but for the viewers that stayed to the very end, have a look at our boot build. It's nothing crazy. We haven't gone crazy with all LEDs, hard lines, anything like that. This thing is a tour. We are doing the whole of the state, many, many car shows. So we've got luggage space on the left. We've got the build here. We've got the flow tanks, the matte black compressors. Obviously, we didn't go for the polished units, but yeah, we might do something crazy for SEMA, so keep your eyes out. But yeah, really super clean build. So shout out to the guys. Slammered, you have been fucking amazing.